Okay, so here I am out for my walk, bright sunny morning, and I can't show this, but I wish I could. There's a smudge or a smear in my glasses that is in somehow, some way creating some degree of lens flare in my glasses. So I have this one ray of sunshine literally coming down from the center of the sun and pointing at my face. The way I figured it's hit me somewhere right about here. It's just really weird to be experiencing because I've never had this kind of a smudge on my glasses before. It almost feels like somebody's reaching down from above and going, "You!" Which is strange because on Saturday it was going on about how much lens flare J.J. Abrams seems to like putting in his movies anymore. Just saying. I'm just saying that I'm just saying. I gotta stop saying just saying at the end of everything. Just saying. I sometimes get that feeling that there's something missing, something I'm not doing. And I don't mean I left the iron plugged in, or I haven't done this chore, I haven't picked this thing up from the store. That I should be doing something else. Not necessarily day to day something else, but something bigger, larger, more. I don't know. I often wonder when I have those feelings, is that point where me from another universe is crossed over with the me from right here, and the two of us are sharing memories, or he's suddenly looking through my eyes and I'm suddenly looking through his, but I'm still thinking with my own brain and he's thinking with mine now, and I just feel like I'm supposed to be doing something else, something more, something larger than who I am and what I'm currently doing. I don't know, maybe that means walking is getting very mundane and boring, I'm not sure. I often get the urge to set up scavenger hunts for my friends and family. The problem is I usually wind up picking clues that are so obscure that only I get the references. And they just sit in frustration because they can't figure it out, because their brain doesn't work like my brain does, and so they never figure out the clues, and then I just get frustrated sitting there watching them bounce their head off a wall for half an hour trying to figure out the clue, which as far as I was concerned was blatantly obvious. This paranoid delusion I have where I believe I have some sort of mental deficiency, but everybody else doesn't think I know I have this mental deficiency, so they just treat me like a normal person. Of course, there is the other side of that coin, is where maybe I'm an incredible genius and nobody else can come up to my level. I'm pretty sure it's the former, not the latter. Okay, I just edited myself back there, mostly because I said the word retard. And I'm not a politically correct person, but the one thing I have noticed, I don't like the word retard, because retard is what you do to something to keep it from doing something. Retard, in order to retard a fire, you wet something down. You don't retard. A person isn't retarded. You can retard a person and keep them from learning something, but I don't believe a person can be retarded. I don't like the phrase. It's not a political correctness thing. I just don't. It's the proper use of a word thing. And I don't think it's a properly used word, which is why I don't like it. Do I believe people are retards? Well, in the slang colloquialism, I guess there are retards in the world. But I don't believe you can be a retard, which is why I don't like to use the word retard. And I don't know why now I'm droning on about it, but that's my opinion. Besides, I much prefer the phrase mental deficiency. One, a little more accurate. Two, it makes you sound smarter when you say it. I'm saddened somewhat by Milena's choice to no longer go to the youth center. Our town has a youth center set up, and it's kind of a cool thing. Students from, 6th grade on through high school, they can have a place to go where they can do homework, hang out with their friends, be safe, off the streets, blah, 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 blah. Place has video games, karaoke, pool tables, blah, blah, blah. The kind of things kids are going to want to do. But she's decided not to go simply because of the fact that because of the kind of person she is and the kind of kids she hangs around with, none of them ever go. Well, none of them ever go for exactly the same reason Milena never goes, because none of their friends ever go. It becomes this tight little vicious circle, and Milena can't seem to see that, and apparently neither can her friends. But I have no real control over it. It just kind of saddens me because I think it's kind of a neat feature our town has, and I'm a little upset that she's not taking advantage of it. But then again, as long as she's happy and she's got friends and she's doing her thing, I suppose I should just, ignore it and let her be whatever she's going to be. Why are garbage trucks so ungodly loud? I like listening to music, but what I've noticed is what I don't like, I don't know, maybe I just can't bring myself to sit through it, is when somebody writes a song. Now granted, it's an original song, but writes a song over some silly topic because they write a song about stop signs. And while the song may be good, the reason they wrote it, they didn't have a purpose behind writing it. They just, hey, let me see if I can string notes and words together and create a poem that makes sense that's put to music about a stop sign. And like I said before about music, I like music that's upbeat and fun. And after a while, I don't just want to be listening to parodies all the time. Not that I don't like parody music, not that I haven't enjoyed it, just after a while it gets annoying. Because there are some things on the internet that I like watching, but the individuals that are producing them occasionally like to come forth and show you the latest song they've thrown together, and I don't even bother watching it because the music starts and I'm like, never mind, click, just because I don't want to listen to it. I kind of get that way when comedians pull out a guitar and they want to start singing a song. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's just the way I am. Like I said, I like music, but for some bizarre reason I don't seem to have an affinity for in-the-moment folky kind of music, I guess, which is weird because I like folk music. What if the world is like a video game and doesn't exist beyond what you can see? Simply because the processing power of your brain can't fathom things beyond your render distance. Of course, that also leads back to that whole I don't believe anybody exists. Everybody that does, or I should say, leads back to that whole everybody's just a figment of my imagination. There's some pictures of my mom and dad. There they are when they were young. Shortly after they're married. My parents have been married for, I don't even know how long. 43, 44 years. My dad passed away today. My dad passed away 5 hours ago. I don't know what else to say. I love him. I know. He's not here. He's not here anymore. I can't talk to him anymore. My kids can't talk to him. My son can't talk to him. He loved my son. I love my dad. I miss you, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you, Dad.